Hey everybody, happy holidays. For everybody watching, I just came in to say happy holidays and I love you. Guava. I want to say thank you to everybody for your support over the years. Thank you to the people that like me, love me, and hate me. Thank you. You can, the people that don't like you, you can learn a lot from them. You know what you can learn from people that don't like you? You can learn just not to be like them. Everybody think that there's nothing to learn from people like that. It is. It's I don't want to be like you. You know? I titled this video, do whatever you want to do, but I'm going this way. I'm saying that because I want to tell y'all something. When you start off this new year coming up, you got some decisions to make. Make decisions that's going to help you. And make decisions. You're going to have to make decisions for other people too, whether they want you to or not. It's people right now watching me that your family does not believe in prepping or storing food or anything like that, gardening, nothing. They think it's just a joke. They think it's just a fad. They think this is just going to blow over. They do not want to help you prepare or learn any of these skills that's going around on the internet or in books. They don't want to. They don't want to join. I want to say hey to everybody. What's going on? GT Junior Grows It. What's going on, brother? Don't nobody want to hear this. Hey, Game Nerd Mom. Have y'all noticed that everything you say goes on deaf ears? Or how now everybody think that everything is okay? Everything is calm and quiet and happy. One minute people was talking about getting themselves together and stocking up and storing up and preparing. And then all the people that said that they didn't believe in the things that happened between 2019 to 2022, they said they didn't believe in it, but those was the people preparing, stocking, and everything. And as soon as they said, we gonna lift the ban, we gonna lift the, stay home order. As soon as they lifted that, everybody, for some reason, started believing in the powers to be all of a sudden. One minute they was totally against the powers to be and y'all trying to trick us and pump us full of this juice in our arms and stuff. And all of a sudden, as soon as they said, hey, we release y'all, everybody was like, thanks. Everybody just went back to what they think is normal. So I'm going to say this. You can clearly see people that want to keep the division going. You can clearly see people that just don't get it. You can clearly see all of this now. Now, if that means family members, friends, neighbors, loved ones, if they do not get it and they think you're nuts, this is that time that you just gonna have to Go your own separate way. What's going on, J3GS Farms? This is that time that I say, go your own separate way. You can't keep wasting your energy on folks that don't listen. You just can't. You wasting too much time. Now, just in this community alone, we've been talking about this for over 3 years. And I'm not even talking about before that. We've been drilling this into the ground for 3 years to the point you get sick of every YouTube video talking about storing food, gardening. It's people that don't even want to hear that anymore. It is literally people that do not want to hear you talk about gardening, food preservation, all of those channels. They're not getting the views anymore like they were when everybody was scared they was about to lose their lunch. That's because everybody think everything is okay. And it's crazy to me. It's just crazy. And to me, I feel that in the next coming year, I'm going this way. I'm going this way. You know, I'm not trying to convince anybody, persuade anybody, teach anybody, nothing. It comes to a point where you just listen. You can't help nobody if you dead. I mean, to the point, man. Take care of your own health. It ain't got to be no YouTube video. It ain't got to be a trend. Just do better with your health. Do better with your exercise. Do better with, you know what I'm saying? Just what good. I feel, and this is just me. I can't speak for everybody. But I get to the point where sometimes I'll be like, what good is it, man? What good is it? You know? After a while, you even get tired of hearing yourself, right? You get tired of hearing yourself too. But I promise you, hey, Educated Natural, how you doing, my sister? This sister right here, I wish I was on StreamYard. I was about to pull you up. This sister right here, nobody watches this sister. Nobody listens to her channel. Nobody goes and gives her views. Because she ain't dancing on the stage and talking loud, all crazy like me, you know? That's the stuff listen to this. Why do we have to have everything sprinkled with so much sugar before we listen? You know, if I'm talking loud, singing, acting up, folks listen to that. But when somebody's spitting pure, uncut, Colombian bam bam, straight knowledge to you, is not palatable. I promise you. In this coming year, there are people just in this community, and I threw myself in there, my sister. I know. In this coming year, there are people, and I'm not talking about all across YouTube or social media and in your life. I know of people just in this community alone that spit so much knowledge and game. I beg of you to open your ears and listen to them on a long trip, a long journey while you at work. You ain't got to sit and watch everybody do everything, but you should listen to some of these people in this community. I'm not going to go down conspiracy theory lane, but I'm not going to go down conspiracy theory lane, but I'm going to ask a question. I know it's the holiday season and everything, but this is the perfect time to be talking about this. Don't you feel this weird tension in the air? And I know the reason why I call it a conspiracy theory lane is because I don't really have any real true facts on how I feel about right now. I don't have any true facts, so it has to be a conspiracy. I don't like to talk about things that's not factual and you don't have facts because it turns into something weird. But so I'm going to just talk about my feeling right now, my own personal feeling. Don't things, you don't feel this weird tension? It's so weird. I'm not gonna get into spirituality on this or nothing. I feel I'm only talking about myself. I can't speak for you. I feel this sense of urgency that's driving me crazy. I feel this sense of urgency to I don't know. I can't speak for you. My sense of urgency. Thank you, I can. Thank you. Happy holidays to you. My sense of urgency is I got to get away from here. And it just might be me in this place right where I am. I feel I need to get away from here and fast. While everybody else is out shopping and doing stuff like that, and I know it's the holiday season, but you know what? I'm in here burning food. I'm supposed to be cooking, but I'm too busy cleaning out my garage and load up my trailer to take stuff to Freedom. Because I was like, after today, I'm going back to Freedom. Because I feel, I had a family meeting, and we're going to have another major family meeting. And I'm sharing this with you because I hope you want to do the same thing. This is what I did. Have a family meeting. And you tell who in this family ain't down. Which one of y'all think I'm crazy? Because I need to know where to focus my energy at. I need to know who's coming with me. See, once I get that established, then I can start, okay, this is going to be your primary job. Because now that we are out on Freedom, we're going to have to reestablish our position. See, being here is a whole nother ball game. So what we need to do is concentrate on what is going to be your job. What's your main mission? Out of all the things you know how to do, what's going to be your focus? What am I going to have to depend on you for? What's your role that you play? Where do I need you? And that's what we're going to talk about. Because if friends, family ain't with me, leave me alone. Leave me alone. I promise you, family, I don't want no smoke from nobody. I really don't. Friends, family, or foe. I really don't. I'm really a peaceful man. I know it. I know I got a big mouth. But I'm a peaceful guy. I don't want no smoke. I promise you, as loud as my mouth, don't let my loud, long-winded mouth fool you. I just want peace. I just want to be left alone. And I know one of the only ways where I'm gonna get to that point is to start drawing lines in the sand. Are you with me or not? You not against me. Are you with me or not? If you are, let's focus on reality. I don't want to talk about no more fantasy stuff. It's so much fantastic fantasy stuff on television that you can pick your field. You can watch anime for literally months on end and never repeat the same cartoon over again. It's so much nonsense on television that you would literally never repeat and watch the same program over again of nonsense. And for that, I don't want to say, are you with me or against me? I don't want to sound that callous. Because that can come across callous. That's why I didn't say, are you with me or against me? If you're against me, that's your business. For me, I'm like, just who's with me? In this family, one of the things that people are getting in their families, and correct me if I'm wrong, one of the things that y'all are getting in your family, people think you're nuts. People think you're crazy. Let me just, I'm to a point where I don't care what nobody doing. I feel this sense of urgency is driving me so hard. I know people like, man, here he go on another video. Here he go on another video. Here he go on another video. I know. I know. I know. I don't even know what time it is. What is this? 11 o'clock at night on Christmas Day. But that sense of urgency is sitting here, and I'm sitting around, rocking around. I'm sitting here with my wife, and I'm like, let me go do a quick video. I was supposed to just do a video, but I went live anyway. I can't complete what I feel that's on my heart that's driving me to do what I do and what I'm doing. I cannot focus on that and complete whatever I know. I ain't gonna go down that alley. The mission that I feel that I have in my heart, I can't complete that and keep spoon feeding people and holding people's hand at the same time. And it's to a point. You would think after 3 years of pure freaking confusion, lies. Listen, over this last 3 years, we've been lied to by so many top leading public officials. Whether you like them or you don't, whether you voted for them or you didn't, you know a lie when you see one and hear one. And it's like, I'm not that person that's like, hey, this is my team, so I'm sticking with them thick and thin. No, I can't do that with you. If you gonna be lying, you know what I'm saying? I can't. That's too much weight to carry, too much weight to bear, and I don't got time to try to figure it out. It's a lot of stuff go on social media. I don't even try to figure it out. I just let people do what they gonna do, and it's a reason for that. I don't got time for that. I do not have time for it. So I'm just going to advise you at this time. This new year is coming in, and it's like we're getting too many. You're getting too many taps on the shoulder telling you something ain't right. Let me just give you one. How can you commit so many crimes in the Senate and still have a job for life? How can you be so criminally cruel and still have a job for life? Where if I even spoke, what some of these public officials actually do, they would lock me up for the rest of my life and throw away the key. Even if I spoke it, if I spoke what we see them do every day, they would lock me up. But not only do they don't even get a smack on the hand, they get a headline on the news, which gives them more attention, which makes them more popular on social media, which pays them even more money. They will never ever have to worry about losing their jobs. They just got rid of that one donut dude. They got rid of him, and he making more money on social media than he did when he was working for Congress. This dude, they didn't rip his stripes off his shoulder and send him on his way like Branded. They kicked him out of his office, and now he's making more money in the streets and on social media than he was in Congress, and spreading even. Now you can't even control the nonsense that he spits. They can't control it. They can't even lock him up, because that's what social media is built on. How you feel. Right? So if you have a family or friends or just a circle that don't quite have that feeling of what we were watching Home Alone last night, the movie Home Alone. They left that little boy in the house. And I done watched this movie 1,000 times. It's one part of that movie that finally just kind of, I wasn't in the mood no more after I watched it. You know what part it was? When that mama was, when Kevin mama on Home Alone was on the plane, like, I feel like I forgot something. The husband like, you tripping. I left the garage door open. She like, nah, did you cut on the smoke alarms? Did you cut on the security alarms? Did you cut off the sprinklers? And the husband kept saying, you tripping. You're crazy. Relax. We're going to Paris. What's to be worried about? That woman the whole time on the plane felt damn near sick. If you've ever seen Home Alone, she felt ill. While everybody else is just relaxing around her. This is the take I took on it this year. Everybody having fun on the plane. They in first class. They sipping wine. They enjoying their time. And they heading to Paris or France, whatever. This mama is sick. She's so ill of a feeling that she got. She gets off the plane. I gotta go back. Y'all go enjoy yourselves. Go to France, go to Paris, get some cheese and wine, enjoy your stay. I'm going back to Chicago because something is wrong. I truly felt her. I ain't never sat and watched this movie with my family and felt like I feel now. That sense of urgency that woman had, and the way they set up the scene and everything, while everybody else thinks she's crazy and they enjoying themselves, she losing her freaking mind. That sense of urgency was embedded in her. You know why? Because women, especially mothers, have the instinct, they have a connection, they have a bond with their children that's only broken. And I'm not gonna get spiritual on y'all. I was about to say there's a bond that's only broken through death, and I beg to differ. I'm gonna say it's not even broken through death. That bond that they know something is wrong, something is going on with my child, something is wrong. I'm going up to the school. I don't know what's going on. I feel something wrong. You feel when your baby is hurt. The ladies, the women, and the mothers feel when their baby is in pain. They feel when they don't feel good. They ain't told them nothing, and they might be 20 miles away, but the mothers can feel their children like that. It's a bond that can't be broken. I don't have that experience. I'm not a mother. But you know what? I am a child. I'm a child of my own mother. And I'm a child of God. And when that sense of urgency, I can feel it. It's not, I just ate a bad burrito, you know? When I feel like that, when you feel something telling you don't go this way, go that way, it don't make no sense to you. Like, but everything I need to do is that way. Don't go that way. Go all the way around. Go this way. Go back and go around, and you'll get there. It don't make sense to you. But something is telling you you need to go this way. And don't take him with you. Tell him you about to go home and get some sleep. Drop him off. And then you go back and go around this way. Nothing makes sense to you. But later on, you figure out why. Like that person was going to get you in trouble that night. And if you go down that way, it's a pack of loose, stray pit bulls going down that way with nothing else to do. It's always a feeling. It's always something. It's always a message in every feeling that you got. And that's the sense of urgency that I got in my spirit. And nobody's put that there. Nobody that I know. I just feel some kind of way. So coming into this new year, I don't care what nobody do. But I'm going this way. What I'm doing don't make no sense to nobody. Sometimes not even me. I'm not gonna lie to you. It don't even make sense to me sometimes. But I'm listening because it ain't failed me yet. It has not failed me yet. So show of hands, happy holidays, guava. Show of hands. How many people feel like that? How many people feel that sense of urgency? How many people bought land and you don't even know what you want to do with it? I got a comment, I think it was yesterday, day before yesterday, somebody said, Led, I sold this, I sold that, and I sold that. I said, why you do that? Because we saving money to get our piece of land. Is it just me? Sometimes I feel like, man, you have so many people that strike you down for trying to do what you're doing. You even have people strike you down for trying to help them. Some people, you approach them just trying to help. And you know, let me say this. This just lets you know how wicked the world has become. This just lets you know, this is definite proof of how wicked the world has become. Every time you try to help somebody today, it don't matter what it is. You could just be, a cart is about to hit somebody's car in a parking lot. If you stop that cart, somebody think now they owe you something. If you try to help anybody anywhere in your life these days, they think you're either trying to scam them, play them for a fool, get something out of them, make it so now you kind of like you they slave. It's always something these days now that this world has become so wicked that you always, if a person hands you $20, you do this. If somebody hands you $20 and say Merry Christmas, you look around because you think they about to push you in a big white van and drive you away to another country somewhere blindfolded. If somebody, the whole spirit of giving, the whole spirit of sharing, the whole spirit of trying to help your brother or your sister these days, everybody thinks you want something from them. You can't help nobody no more. But see, you're damn if you do, you're damn if you don't. If you don't help your brother and your sister, they think you thinking that you too good to help people. You up on your high horse. But then when you reach back and try to help somebody, they say, what am I, your pity case? What you want from me? What's in it for you? That's what we've become as a people, as a society. We've made it so nobody can just do a good deed anymore without you keeping one eye open on them like this. It's sad. I don't want to be around in a world like that. I don't want to be around people that think everything I do for you, that you owe me something. For the most part, all I ever ask people to do is, now you be nice to somebody, or you help somebody, or you boost somebody up. If I help you, just help somebody else. If I help two people, those two people can help four people, so on and so forth. But these days, they think it's always a scam, no matter what. Now, it's scammers out there, for sure. But that's where your discernment comes into play. You got to know, man, who real and who fake, right? That sense of urgency is real. I'm going to get out of here. First, y'all can ask some questions. I'm going to try to, because I don't want to just come on here and just speak. Not tonight. I'll take some questions. My question to you, before you ask me a question or give me your statement. Does everybody in your family and in your circle think you nuts? And do you feel this sense of urgency that's driving you so hard, either it's keeping you up at night? You almost want to call off work just so you can get your stuff in order. You want to lose money by staying home from work just to, like, listen, I need to go take some of this stuff to the Goodwill. I need to unload some of this stuff. Look, or that feeling of while we talking about work, I want everybody to think about something real quick. When will it end? Everybody goes and get these good jobs and everything, and they work you into the ground. When is it going to be your time to relax? I don't think there's not too many 20-year-olds watching me right now. And retiree time is around 30 years. You mean to tell me they making us work damn near a half of our lives as upstanding citizens, staying out of jail, staying out of trouble? You gonna make me work half of my life when I can't even do everything I used to do in my prime? That's when you want me to retire, when I'm almost ready. I need to be picking out an insurance policy and a casket? We don't think nothing is wrong with that. But when we talk about buying land, trying to scrape up cash to go buy you a little piece of land, people think we crazy. They say, you'll never own it. You got to pay taxes. You don't never own nothing. They will sit and claw my eyes out telling me I don't own nothing because I got to pay taxes. But they don't mind going to work for the man for 30 years and still don't own nothing but a bad back and some busted kneecaps. There's another way out of that. We just got to get out of our materialistic mindset. There's a way out of it. We just got to stop trying to impress each other with so much stuff. If we did that, the amount of money that you make, even on a part-time job, if you grind it and you did things right, you didn't live in the best apartment or nothing. Yes, roaches crawling on you in the morning in your cereal bowl. But if you did that for just 1 or 2 years, you could, I'm talking about minimum wage, you got a baby with you, everything, you're single, you could pull some stuff off. You could pull something off. And it's people around you in the community that can guide you in the right direction. People just too comfortable in nests full of crap, like rat nests. I just feel like I'm so over. When I was younger, I used to put music, speakers, and everything. I used to put rims and tires on everything. I used to candy paint every one of my cars. After every one of those cars got stolen several times each, I'm over it. The last car I had stolen was in Atlanta, Georgia. I had a Jeep Cherokee, Grand Cherokee. It got stolen. They took everything. I said, I'll never do this again. In my head, I think about all the thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that I spent and took out of my family's mouth to try to impress people that I wasn't impressing people. I turned myself into a lure for thieves. They follows you home. They know where you live and they get you. I turned myself into a shiny lure. I look back on all the money I wasted and how much I could have accomplished if I had the right person in my ear. If I had that right whisper in my ear at the time, like, you don't got time for this. You need to be thinking about this. See, the internet is a blessing and a curse. It can destroy us or it can build us up. The generation today has one great thing going for it with the internet. It's not perfect, but it's one great thing about it. You got people all around the world whispering in your ear telling you, you might not want to do that. You might want to go check this out. Do y'all really truly think everybody would be growing food in their gardens if it wasn't no internet? Do y'all really think everybody would have jumped on that bandwagon? We got young folks, old folks, grown folks, crazy folks. We got everybody growing food. Do you really think we could have achieved that movement but if the internet wasn't here? Look at all the truths that we have found out just from the internet that some people didn't even know, even about our own people. We found out things like that can't be true. It's true. They wrote it. They told us. We got it from them. So now that you have that whisper of the entire planet telling you the truth and what's going on, forget all the nonsense of the internet. The facts is still there, you know? Listen to those facts. It's just too much. It's too many facts out there to ignore. Right now, everybody in this whole community is like, listen, get your business together, get your license, get your LLC. This is how you keep from people robbing you. This is how you keep from people stealing your name. This is how you keep people stealing your products. This is how you keep from people stealing your logo. I'm still with you, my sister. The Educated Natural. She's sitting there telling people how to brand themselves legally. She's telling you how we can make it so if you do come out with an invention or you do come out with a saying or a logo, that they don't steal it again. Everything around us, all these inventions have been stolen from innocent people that didn't know the right channels to go through. But you have a woman right here, a lady, a lawyer telling you it's simple. This is how you don't get robbed. And if they do rob you, you can sue them and every cent they make will go straight to you. If I didn't go through that myself, I wouldn't even knew it. It was, let me get this right. I don't want to talk about it because it's still a legal situation. But somebody took a logo that I had legally mine. And they contacted me and said, can I use this at a party? And I made a bunch of little pins that I wanted to hand out. And I said, no. No. Why would you spend so much money to produce something that belongs to me without my permission? You've already spent hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to make this pendant. And I kindly and politely said, if I ever see that, I gotta have that. I'm coming to get you. I can't make this up. I still got the email. I got the everything. And if I didn't go through it myself, I wouldn't even understand what the Educated Natural is doing or trying to prevent people, because that could have got me. That my product would have been all over the place and that woman would have been making money off of me. It's too much education on this doggone internet to keep watching people clap their butt cheeks. I, listen, I enjoy a little applause like the next guy, but damn, that it's other stuff on there besides Megan Thee Stallion now. It's some man use this internet to. I don't even want to go down that road. I feel like we in trouble. I feel like we in trouble, and I've been feeling this way. Haven't y'all noticed? I've been feeling this way for years. Y'all been watching me for years before 2019. And before 2019, when I was in that garden, I was gardening like I was losing my freaking brains. Everything I try to do, I try to go hard with it. And it keep working because something is driving me like something ain't right. Something is not right. I love this house. I love this house. Why? Like a woman told me in the comments on one of my videos, why would you leave that house? Why would you leave that house? You've been there for 13 years. Why would you leave that house? I'm going to tell everybody why. I've been gardening and doing all this stuff, and I'm getting rid of this house because I, just like everybody else, still owe a mortgage on this house. Oh, it ain't much, but I still owe somebody a mortgage on this house. You say building is too much? No, it's not. No, it's not. It all depends on what you about to go do. It all depends. See, we all put everything and universally wrap every decision in one little ball, and that's what keeps us from moving forward. That's not true. That's not true. I don't want to owe anybody anything because I done figured it out. The more you owe people, the more you owe people and the powers that be, the less moves you could actually make to succeed in freedom of all sorts. Debt freedom, mental freedom, financial freedom, health freedom. You can't, you cannot achieve. I'm going to say this. It's harder for you to achieve good health, good bodily health, when you sitting there working all day, all night for somebody. Because you're eating things that you know don't even belong in your body, but you're eating just to stay up and working. You know what? Some people never drank coffee until they start working at a certain job to keep them woke, to keep them alert, to keep them focused, because they know if they come to work half-cocked, this job could kill them if they fall in one of these machines. So a friend was like, man, hey, have some of this dark coffee, man. This'll bite you in the boo-boo. This'll keep you going. We do things, man, that actually ruins us. And it's all because we're working every day trying to make money for somebody else. It don't even make any sense. None of it makes any sense. You're going, I'm gonna just spit this as fast as I can. You're going to work to pay for the gas in the car to get you back and forth to work. You're paying for the car that's going to get you back and forth to work. And you're paying for the gas and the maintenance on the car that's going to get you back and forth to work. You're also paying the daycare provider to keep your child while you're paying for the car and paying for the gas and the maintenance to use the car to get to the work. Once you're done with just that scenario, I told you I'm not going to go on because I could do this all day. Once you're done with just paying for your car, to pay for daycare, to get the car is just to get you back and forth to work, to make the money, to pay for the car and to pay for the maintenance, to pay for the gas and to pay for child support. Child daycare. We not talking about your rent, your mortgage, your food bill, your clothing bill, your kids' field trips at the school. We ain't even going there. I don't need to. Because I just wanted to make that one point. Think about it. You really ain't making no money. And, oh, Lord forbid, out of all of that, you still got to pay taxes at the end of the year. They snatching money out of each and every one of your checks. And every time you drive in that car, it get more raggedy and raggedy every time you go to work because the road's so messed up. You hitting potholes and like, what am I paying y'all for? Why is y'all taking taxes out my check? All I ask is fill this 2-foot deep pothole. I don't need to take my children to the city pool to stay cool. I just bring them down on I-26 and set them down here by Malfunction Junction so they can just play in this damn pothole. How hard? Why do you need 20 crewmen to go fill up a 5-gallon bucket size hole with gravel? Why do you need 20 dudes standing around holding shovels to fill up a 5-gallon bucket hole in the middle of the street? Why do I gotta pay this city a third of my check every week for 20 dudes to set up cones with 7 trucks with blinking lights on the side of the road to fill a 1 5-gallon bucket size pothole? It don't take 4 people to say, come on and stop traffic. You know, when I was younger, I used to pawn a lot of stuff. I used to take a lot of stuff to the pawn shop. And I used to buy a lot of stuff from the pawn shop. One thing I learned a lot of in downtown Toledo, that scam is rich and thick like barbecue sauce. Pawn shops is the worst. They're the worst of the worst. Every time you go in a pawn shop, whether you buying something or you're selling something, you might as well bring in some Vaseline with you. That's how I feel every week. Every time you see them taxes come out your check, I would feel better if you told me what they was for. Are my taxes coming out to pay that dude to lie to me? Is that what I'm paying for? Because I should have the right to say, I don't want to deal with his services. If it's my money, I don't want to deal with him. If it's our money collectively, we all agree that we don't want to deal with this dude. Y'all take the money out of our check. This dude is a liar. He's a thief and a swindler. Why does he have a lifetime job in office and is literally untouchable like the mob? I don't want to go there. The reason I'm telling y'all all of this is because that's where I'm getting this sense of urgency from, because I keep feeling like, you don't see this? Everybody it's just a happy day for everybody. Nobody cares. It's like the music industry to me. Why would you want to be a entertainer or artist these days? I don't know but about 3 in all of hip hop that are actually rich like they rap about. I only know about 3 that's as rich as they sing or rap about. The rest of them, everything is a facade. The people that's making the money is the production companies, the writers, the producers. They're the ones making the money. The singers, the rappers, the people with all the talent are broke. All of that money phone stuff, broke. That's not theirs. That's rented. That car they leaning up against, you can't afford that. That's what the company gave you to make you think that you're doing something. That don't belong to you. It's not in your name. It's in the company name. And as soon as your record don't sell, they take it back. Why do y'all keep thinking all these rappers be on? Have y'all noticed on every one of these gossip channels, all the entertainers is running their mouths? Yeah, back in '96, when we was with Death Row, what really had happened. Look, you know why they doing that? Look at them, they all broke. I'm not cracking on them. I'm telling you what they telling you. They broke. One dude had all the money. Out of all these artists, I'm just going to talk about Death Row for 2 seconds. Out of all these artists on Death Row Records, one dude was rich. The rest of them to this day is broke. How can you have about 100 acts on your label and nobody got money? Nobody got money. Everybody broke, and the rest of them is dead. I'm not picking on Death Row artists. I'm picking on the industry. Imagine this. We can go all the way back to Motown Records. We can go all the way back to Cadillac Records. We can go all the way back to the Four Tops. We can go all the way back to the Temptations. We can go pick a group, any group, broke. TLC, Boys to Men, Bow Wow, name any artist, broke. So why in the hell do people still want to keep going to these same record companies, same record labels, same producers, and sign a contract with the devil without Vaseline? The first 50 artists used up all the Vaseline, you about to get it. We keep repeating the same stupid stuff over and over and over again. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. So nothing I'm doing right now makes any sense to anybody. And frankly, I don't care. Nothing I'm doing on YouTube, in my personal life, friends, family, nothing I'm doing make no sense. And I just don't care. Because I'm driven on a whole nother spectrum. I'm driven on something completely different. I got this friend, man. When we was younger, we talked about owning land. We was young. Owning land and starting a farm. I can't make this up, man. We like, look, we gonna buy some land. I'm gonna call his name because I love him. We ain't seen each other in a long time, but I love my brother, Rapping Ray. We gonna own some land, and we gonna have our farms, and we gonna be raising chickens, and we gonna have fruit trees and goats. Now we living in the heart of the city in some of the most ghettoest, wackest parts of the city, but we talking about farmland, owning farmland someday. Me and my friend growing up. Nobody wanted it. The only reason me and him talked about it together, No, we couldn't talk about that around none of the homies. We couldn't talk about reality around the homies. The homies want to hear us rap. The homies want to hear us talking about hitting a lick. The homies want to hear about what we doing tonight, what we drinking tonight, how much you got on my 40. Don't nobody want to hear about no damn farms and chickens and stuff like that, collecting eggs. Don't nobody want to hear that, man. And ain't nothing changed to this very day. Everybody, they hear it now, but it's just as catchy and trendy as a Ice Spice song. It's not a real thing. It's just catchy. It's like a catchy little tune. Homesteading, farming, backyard gardening, growing a garden. It's just a catchy little tune now that people just tune out of their head. But this is the most, everybody keeps saying, Jesus is coming, Lord is coming, Jesus is coming. This is all happening because Jesus is coming. A lot of people say that. How many people say that? Say, this is all happening because Jesus is coming, right? So, I'm not saying you're right or you're wrong. All I'm saying is, well, why ain't you did anything yet? Because everybody to keep telling me they waiting on the Lord and Savior to come back. Everybody to keep saying they just waiting on the Lord and Savior to come back. He'll straighten this out. You ain't doing your own part. You feel the same sense of urgency that I feel. You feel the same sense of urgency that I feel. But you waiting on somebody to come and fix it for you. That's the part that get me. I don't deny my Lord and Savior. I don't deny that. But I do not rock with you not doing your part. That's the part I be like, miss me. Go that way, because I'm going this way. Everybody, you waiting on somebody to come do everything for you. You want him to do everything for you. Let's talk. We ain't even got to talk about this on a biblical, spiritual standpoint. Let's talk about this on a standpoint that we all understand and we can all get. If you come into your classroom, you're the teacher. You're the teacher. You got 20 students. You're the teacher. You got 20 students. If 5 of these students finish their homework, the other 5, they half done. The other 3 are still working on their homework, and then it's 5. The last 5, they ain't did nothing. Who you gonna start helping first? When they all raise their hand and say, teacher, I need help because I don't quite understand what you meant on that one part. Which students are you going to start helping first? The kids that ain't even opened their book and started? The kids that just opened their book a minute ago and they just writing on 3 lines. They just started their 3 line. Or are you going to help the students that was doing their homework? They just didn't understand that last question and answer problem. Then go on next to the students that did the work. They're just almost done. I'm going to start with the people that did their work first. I'm going to help. If I'm the teacher, I'm coming to you first because I see you listen to what I told you. You listen to what I spoke. You listen to the directions. Somewhere along the line, you were tripped up. I'm going to help you first. The kids that ain't even started yet, y'all stay after school. If you want me to help you, I don't have enough time to help you right now. Y'all want real help to show me after I done told you already? If you really truly want help and you really want to show me you need help, stay after school. I'll be here for 30 minutes after school. Come back and I'll help you. But for now, I need to help everybody that's been grinding for real. I gave y'all a week to do this assignment. I gave you a week to do the assignment. You trying to tell me you haven't even opened the book yet, but you need help? I'm going to help these students that started first. And it's not that I'm treating anybody unfairly. I don't have time to hold your hand from ground level, ground one, to bring you up to where these children are. Because right here, I have 15 students that can possibly pass this class with just a little guidance. I'm not going to waste a whole nother week telling you the whole assignment for the kids that didn't do anything and then guiding you through it for a whole nother week. I'm not doing that. So for the people that keep saying I'm waiting on our Lord and Savior to come to fix this for us, you don't think he think that same way? Like, this person has been doing what I asked them to do. I left here and gave everybody a few instructions. When I left here, I asked you to do a few things for me. I came back. You ain't did nothing. But you need my help, though. You don't act like you need no help. That sense of urgency, this sense of urgency should be in all our spirits right now. I don't know what's to come, but I promise you this, something is coming. Something don't feel right. I don't got no facts. I'm not going to start conspiracy theorizing. I'm telling you, my spirit don't feel right everywhere I go. I feel like I need to keep my guard up. I need to stay focused. I need to cut off the folks that ain't even thinking about what I'm thinking about. Just leave me alone. It ain't that I cut them off. I ain't got time for that. And just focus on what I'm supposed to be doing. And as many people that want to come along with that journey, you're more than welcome. If I seem a little more frantic than I used to back in the day, I was about to say I apologize, but I don't. Because I am more frantic these days than I used to be. Because just in the last 3 or 4 years alone, I've seen things that's so unexplainable, so unexplainably wicked, cruel, and evil. I dare not speak half of it, but you've been seeing the same stuff I've been seeing over the last 3 or 4, 6 years or so. We give it a whole 8. Let's give it a whole 8. Let's round up to 10. Let's round up to 10 years. In the last 10 years. Because I can really go back to 2021. I can really go back to I'm sorry, not 2021. 2001. I think in 2001, I have not been calm since 2001. I have not believed in the system. I mean, I've really never felt it. But when 2001 hit, with all the smoke and mirrors, I stopped. My trust was that much on anything. I don't believe nothing I see. I don't believe nothing I hear, because every time you show me something, 10 years later, the truth come out. Oh, it wasn't their fault. It was y'all fault. Y'all was swindling money and this and that. Y'all needed to cover up for this, that, and other. I don't believe anybody. I don't believe anything. But these are the same people up in them big houses that we're supposed to be listening to, the same ones that's taking all our tax money, the same ones that's putting us in prison. We're supposed to be listening to them. We're supposed to be doing what they say. And the people get on me like, you pay taxes, you'll never own no land, but you don't mind going to work for them. I take my chances paying the taxes. Oh, they're going to take that land from you. You know they can take the land from you. I take my chances with that before I go work in another doggone dusty ass factory ever again. If I have to, Lord forbid, if I have to, I have to. But for the most part, before I have to go and live in another or work in a dusty ass factory for 16 hours a day again, I will live in one of these. I'll buy me a Bluebird school bus and live in it. Live in that RV. I'll do something. You know, they say, we always talking about homeless folks. Have you ever just sat and listened to a homeless person or talked to a homeless person? Everybody that's what we call homeless is not out there because they on rough times. Some of them people are no different than me and you. They just didn't have a good plan or provisions in order. They saw what we saw, and they don't want to be no part of it. It's some people out there that feel so strongly about how we feel about why is we paying taxes. They said, I'm not paying taxes no more. I'm just going to sleep on, I'd rather sleep on this park bench than pay this establishment another red cent of anything I earn. All of these people sleeping on these park benches, ain't nothing wrong with them. All of them is not on drugs. All of them ain't alcoholics. All of them is not bums. Mostly that's out there is people just like me and you that's just sick of the establishment and sick of the situation that they got us all in, and there's no end in sight. It's no end. There's no end to any of it. You go to work for 30 years. That's a prison sentence. They take your life. They literally take your life away for 30 years. And by the time you are able to get out and retire, there's nothing really left of you. There's nothing left. Oh, money? Because you had a good savings plan and you had a 401k. Money? Money cannot do anything for you. The money that you started saving 30 years ago, literally, figuratively, holds the same value it did from the day you invested that money in that 401k plan. You think they tell you, but your money keep growing over the years. Your money keep growing over the years. It does. Kinda. Your money do keep growing. It do keep accruing interest. It does. But by 30 years, they also didn't tell you the prices of the rest of the world is going to be so high, you're barely going to be living even though you stacked up $1 million. In 2023, $1 million is not a lot of money. In 1989, $1 million was serious. If you got $1 million in 1989, you was doing something. You could pull off some capers. You could live half decent for the rest of your days. $1 million in 2023 is laughable. It's so laughable, they made a joke about it on Austin Powers. $1 million. They laughed at that dude. Let's be honest. They laughed at him. And the funny thing is now, $1 million is laughable. That's not going to get you anything. After they take their taxes, if you win $1 million right now, after they take the taxes off of some money that you won, that somebody needs to still make sense to me. They take over a third of that money, almost half of it. You sitting here with about 500,000. Man, that's a house now. That's a house. And not a great house these days. You ain't set for life no more off no $1 million. And people go say, but it depends on how you invest it. Look, let's be realistic. The reason I'm telling you this stuff that I ain't telling you, I'm just reminding you because you already know. I'm not telling you something you don't already know. Everybody in this chat already know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not telling you anything. I'm not teaching you anything. I'm reminding you of things that you already know. Ain't nobody said, what? That's what it is? You know what I keep hearing? That's right. Amen. You right about that. Yep. I seen that too. I feel that way too. I've heard that too. I've seen that too. My taxes too. So that means if you feel the same way I do and you see the same things I see, you don't think you should be doing nothing about it and you wait on our Lord and Savior to come? Some folks keep saying, I'm too old to make any moves. Don't say that. Don't say that. I know it's the holiday, and I'm not here to pee on nobody's campfire. I just feel the urgency that I have in weighing heavy on me. I thought it was just me. My wife, when my wife strikes up a conversation, y'all know me. You know, I'm extra, right? I know I am. I can be extra. But when my wife strike up a conversation about things that I want to talk about like this, number one, I know I got the right queen. I found the right queen. Me and my wife are sitting and talk about this stuff all day. We'll wake up talking about it, drink coffee while we talking about it. We got to keep cutting the television off because we talking about it. We trying to watch while we got time together. It's the holiday. We spending time together. We don't watch TV often. But when we do, we don't really watch nothing. We keep cutting TV off. Say, you see how they just did that? That's what I'm going to do. That's what we talk about. These conversations, you need to get with somebody you love, somebody that's close to you, and start having real conversations. If you're the one that's preparing your home for an emergency, if you're the one and nobody else wants to help you, I'm not saying cut them off. I'm saying stop worrying about them. Stop trying to force feed people to do right. Did you hear what I said? Stop trying to force people to do right. Stop trying to get them to believe what you're saying. Stop trying to get them to prepare their food. Stop it. That's not your job. That's not your job. People keep saying, Led, what should I do? My wife won't listen to me, or my husband won't listen to me. My kids think I'm crazy. They won't come with me. They won't help me prepare. They won't help me load up these 5-gallon buckets. They won't help me can. Well, don't pay them no mind with that. That's not your job to put that spirit on their heart. That's not your job. That's his job. And if they see you, imagine this. If you always seeing somebody doing right, somebody doing right, somebody doing right, and that don't spark you a little bit to do a little bit or be curious enough to ask questions about what you're doing, you can't be concerned with them because that's not your job. That's his job. Don't step on his toes. Don't step on his toes. Do what you feel that you were put on this rock to do. If you have this same urgency in your spirit, listen, everybody don't have that. That's what I've read anyway. Everybody don't have this feeling. Everybody don't feel like something is wrong. Everybody don't feel like we shouldn't be doing this. Everybody don't feel like that. Some people think this is okay. That's not your job. That's not your job to keep trying to force feed this lifestyle or this direction on people. That's not your job. Whether it's your friend, your family, husband or your wife or your children, that is not your job. Your job, if y'all ain't gonna do it, I love you so much, I'll do it for you. Yes, it's a burden, but I love you so much and I don't want nothing to happen to you so much. I'm just gonna stock up stuff for you too. Think about it. Do what you're supposed to do. Do that spirit that he gave you. He's telling you what you need to do. I can't speak for him, okay? But I'm just gonna say, with the few scriptures I've read, when he do say you need to be doing what he told you to do, he's not usually talking about just for you. You need to be doing what you're supposed to be doing for you and mankind. So get stuff ready. And the time that's going to come where you are going to have to draw a line in the sand, and the whole word of sink or swim is really going to come into play. Like somebody said, like Noah, is you going with me or not? I drew my line in the sand this weekend. Who's coming with me? Who's down with me? Let's get that out the way first. After that, if you ain't down with me, don't feel bad when I don't invite you to some of these family meetings or meetups that we have where we need to know where we gonna meet up, where we gonna go. This is our communication system. This is where our supplies are. This is where our hidden supplies are. What happens if we have to leave that spot? This is where we gonna meet up. We have acquired this piece of land over here. So if this one fails, run here. If you're not down, you don't even need to be in that meeting. Because this meeting right here, this is the one. This is the orientation. If you don't make orientation, you sure ain't gonna make it out on the floor for training. I think it's nothing wrong with having a good time. Nothing. But I also think it's a time for everybody to just shut up, sit down, and talk realistically. I don't want to hear about Pokemon. I don't want to hear about what Kodak Black is going to jail. I don't want to hear about nothing that ain't got nothing to do with our safety and security. I don't want to hear about it. Let's sit around this table, break bread, and strategize. Literally strategize. No matter how crazy it is, just like it's at a board meeting, everybody get a piece of paper and a pencil, and we're going to write down ideas and truly chop it up, because you can't do everything by your damn self. I may need ideas from you. I may need ideas from you. What do you think? When I bring you this scenario, I want everybody to give me a way out of this scenario if this happened. Because my way might be this way, but you might have a better idea. Everybody need to sit down with your family, your close ones, and your loved ones. And if you in this together as a couple, like a duo, you A plus. Ladies, single mothers. I keep hearing I'm a single mother. I'm a single mother. That don't mean you can't be talking to your kids. Sit down with your kids, because this is as serious as sitting your kids down, tell them the lights is about to get cut off and we ain't got no doggone lights, so it's going to be cold for a few days. That's how serious this conversation is. Don't scare the mess out the kids, but just play a game with them and let them know, man. I keep telling y'all, practice what you prep. Practice your preps. Practice your preps for winter, summer, fall, and spring. Practice your preps, all the stuff you got. Practice with it. Make it a game. Take a day and cut the main power breaker off in your house. All day, go outside and cut off the main water inlet. Cut it off. Cut that water main off and hit that main power breaker. One day, 24 hours. Can you do that? Everybody say, oh, that's a piece of cake. Do it then. Because your first question is, where's everybody taking dumps at? Because that's going to go bad real quick. Where's everybody peeing at? That's going to go bad real quick. What are we eating? That's going to go bad real quick. That sitting looking in the refrigerator for 15 minutes, that's going to stop immediately. One day, I challenge you. One day, I don't care what day it is, when you feel like doing it, hit that main power breaker switch to cut off every piece of power in your home. Go out there and turn that main power main off. No water in the house. Power water off for 24 hours. It ain't even got to be 24 hours, 12 hours, 12 daylight hours. And watch how squirrely your family get. Watch how you gonna see people start acting ways what? I didn't know you was this insecure. I didn't know you was this doggone watch when everybody can't just sit and watch TV no more. Watch how everybody is when they can't charge their phones and they don't know what's going on outside. Watch. I don't care if it's just 12 hours. Everybody, we're so spoon-fed on technology. If they're not able to look at their phones for 12 hours, they will literally lose their minds. You wake up in the morning, the first thing you do, and some people don't even pray to God first, they grab their phone to see what messages they got and who done called them throughout the night. They don't wake up and even thank God first. The first thing they do is look at, or they'll pick up the phone with a Bible verse on it. That's how prone and spoon-fed and spoiled we are with technology. You cut that off one day, and watch everybody lose their doggone noodles. Take it another step. Go 2 days like that. I ain't even got y'all outside. Do it in the house. Cut your main breaker off. Cut off your main water main. And watch everybody lose their freaking brains. Then set up a tent in the backyard. Everybody stay out there for 3 days. Nobody can go in the house for 3 days. Watch everybody lose their freaking minds. Everybody that thought they was talking all that stuff. Every time we go to camp, I want everybody to have that in their mind already. Like, you can come and do whatever you want, but you should be. We're here to practice. And I'm telling you, when you cold, when you wet, when you hot, all of that mixed with hunger, and this only way to make food is to go start a fire, things get real interesting. Even in just 3 days. So imagine if the whole city, if the lights go out in the whole city. This ain't practice no more. And you got a whole bunch of panicky, spoon-fed technology brats that don't have a clue what to do next. How well do you think that's going to go? As far as land, you haven't purchased land yet. You have nowhere to go. You have nowhere to escape to. Even before we bought Freedom Acres, I had somewhere to go. I just want to put something on your mind. Just being around the holiday season this year, this was the most ridiculous. This has been the most ridiculous holiday year I've ever seen. This year has been the most outlandish. I'm talking about all of the holidays. I'm talking about all of them have been over the top. From Halloween to Turkey Day to Christmas and New Year's, people gonna spend thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars on fireworks, when those thousands of dollars could be a down payment on a couple of acres of land. I want put that on everybody's mind. I want to put that on everybody's mind. That sense of urgency is driving. I'm sorry, y'all. I've been here way too long. I just wanted to talk to folks and see am I the only one tripping? I didn't mean to be on this long. I really did not tonight. I feel, and I keep feeling it too. I feel so anxious. Like, I feel like getting up right now at 12:30 at night, load my car up again, my truck, and just taking more stuff all the way to Freedom Acres in the middle of the night for no reason. I just feel like I need to be doing it right now. I need to be doing something right now. Something productive, something that's going to secure something for my future. I've been taking my canned goods out there and storing them and hiding them and putting them in. I'll tell y'all about that later. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for raving. I'm sorry for ranting because I didn't want to go there. I didn't even want to raise my voice. I just wanted to share how I was feeling and was hoping, number one, is not falling on deaf ears. And number two, am I alone? Am I the only one that's looking around and is like, I was at the store the other day and I just could not believe this didn't even happen on Black Friday. I just seen this in the store now. I seen so many television sets being pushed out to people's car. Television sets, flat screens, 2 and 3 dudes holding these gigantic TVs up that cost thousands of dollars. And I just be looking, and I look over this side of the parking lot, there go another one getting loaded up. There go another one getting loaded up. Now that's every single day. You cannot go to a big box store and not see televisions being loaded up right now for some reason. I was like, am I losing my mind? I know I said I'm gonna go. I got one more thing I saw, and I want to see if you saw it. One more. Have you noticed this is the time of year that everything is supposed to be on sale? Have you noticed it really wasn't that many people rushing for sales and stuff no more? It wasn't no long lines for the sales. Did you notice there were no sales? Everybody, every store was like, we slashed prices, and they had red stickers everywhere. But all they did was raise the price, slash it back down to the normal price, like we're idiots. It was online. It was in the stores. There was no lines, no long lines, people beating each other over the heads for these so-called Black Friday sale deals. No. I went in Wally World because they usually have the little stand with gifts and stuff. You could buy people like $5 knives and gadgets, $5 gadgets that you could throw in your bug out bag and stuff. And I like to go to them because they do be having a lot of like razor style knives like this, little knives like this, little razor throwaways. And it'll be like 20 of them in a pack for $5 or something. They didn't have none of that. Oh, they had it, but they wanted the actual price. That pack, now it ain't 20 of them in a pack no more. Now it's about 5 in a pack, and they want $29 for them. The everyday price. But it was like the Christmas sale box. You can rummage through. Everything I saw, even those TVs that people was having carted to their cars, slash prices, last year's sales deals, but they was the same price they've been all year. But the sign over top of them had raised the price on the sign and say slash prices, and this the new price, which is the normal everyday price. And they think we wasn't in the store yesterday before y'all did this. We saw the price. And people still going in these stores like getting these Black Friday deals. The reason I brought that up before I leave is because that's the mindset of the people that's around you right now. They're focused on entertainment that's important to them, not knowledge. They need to be pacified. The reason why people do drugs and stay drunk and stay high is because they need you to stay distracted. Here's one right here. And I'm gonna touch on a little nerve right here. I'm gonna touch on a nerve, and I don't mean nothing by it. So please don't. I could go another way with this, but it's a piece that I want to throw in there that's just factual. Okay, just factual. Everybody, I'm not even going to do the whole questionnaire thing. I'm going to just tell you. Everybody is happy that they just legalize the shrubbery, the greenery, the collards. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is glad that they're starting to fully legalize the shrubbery in every state. Slowly but surely, they're legalizing things that everybody's happy about that. Everybody's happy about it. Everybody is like, it's about time. It's about time. I did a video the other day and I said the United States of America is a business. Everything in the United States of America is for sale. To the highest bidder, everything. They did not do that because they feel like they lost a battle. They did not legalize everything because they feel like, well, we ain't gonna win this one. We might as well just let them. That's not why they legalizing it. They legalizing it because it's a business. They gonna make more money on it now. They're gonna make money on it. They like if they're gonna keep doing it, just like prohibition. They was like, we ain't gonna win this battle. They're gonna keep doing it out the back door. Look how much money the little dudes on the corner is making by selling the shrubbery. Man, that money could be going into our war fund. Legalize it. Then the money, now they gotta pay us just like liquor and wine. Then we can even regulate it and people gotta pay taxes on it. We can also make it illegal for you to grow it yourself, like it's illegal to be making liquor yourself. We can regulate everything and be locking people up and for no reason. And just like liquor and alcohol, this is one more thing that we can stop them in their cars for. And if you ain't got the proper registration, license, and all the other little knickknacks today, this is an open bottle. It's not in a brown bag. Some of it's been drinking. Take you to jail, no matter what. One more excuse to stop you and make you pay for something. And at the same time, to keep you distracted. A house full of folks that's either drunk or high, you could walk in their house and damn near rob them and nobody would be the wiser. If you walked in the house and everybody is smoked up, you just walked in the house with a pizza uniform on, everybody gonna be laughing at you like, what this dude doing here? Everybody gonna be thinking it's funny. Who is this dude? Hey, past that, who is this dude, man? This dude coming here just walked in the house, man. It's crazy. Anybody know this dude? By the time anybody is coherent enough to figure out what just happened, the dude is gone and he just robbed y'all. So if everybody is not on their P's and Q's, it's easy to be distracted like that. When I'm driving down the road and I smell that sticky, icky out of somebody's car, I be shaking my head because I'm like, this is actually even worse than somebody drinking and driving. This is why I say that. It's worse to me than somebody drinking and driving because you can't smell somebody drunk. You could just notice how they driving to pull them over. If this drunk dude is driving half decent, you'll never know he liquored up. But I can smell you 4 cars back doing 70 miles an hour, making you an easy target. An easy target. If we both sitting at a red light, I don't know how many times I've said this, like somebody smoking good, somebody, whoa, roll the window back up, somebody doing it. You don't think the police is looking like waiting to see one little cloud of smoke? One. Him right there. Pull him over. To me, they only legalized it because it's just another way for them to get paid and another way to put people in prison. They didn't do this because they felt they lost the battle. They did this because this is another way to make income for them. United States of America is a business. And this is another way to lock innocent people up in prison. It's a business. But everybody is happy that they legalized it. All they doing is taking a playbook out of we freed the slaves, but we make them work for the rest of their lives for us earning nothing. That they took a playbook out of that. Capitalism. They just took a playbook out of that. Like, instead of forcing them and sneaking them, look, there was a day, not even 100 years ago, hell, yeah, almost 30 years ago, about 75 years ago, if I had this, they could lock me up for the rest of my life. Guava. But on that Stella Rose Black, not only do I got to pay for it, but I also got to pay the taxes on top of it. And then they can also control everything I do with it. I can't just go walking out in my yard with this glass. They can arrest me. I can't have this glass in my car even though I'm not drinking it, just like this. They can arrest me. Open container. They made all kind of new laws to put me in jail over this one glass of wine. That's good for blood flow, by the way. And antioxidants. Now you mean to tell me you can lock me up? You can legally stop me. You ain't busting in no doggone warehouses no more. But now you've made it easier for you to just take people out one by one by one. This is prohibition all over again. And don't nobody even see it. You know who making the money off this? The winemaker, the retail salesman, and the government. So, that's all I wanted to say. Everybody, please, don't write off people in your lives. Don't cancel them out because they ain't listening and they ain't doing right. Or don't, that's not our job. That's not what you was put here for. That's not on your heart. That's not what you, because I've heard people like they want to leave their husband because they ain't doing right. They ain't following your path. It's not your job. If you leave your husband because he don't want to prepare and prep and can food, you're wrong. That's not your job to put that spirit on his heart. That's not your job. Gentlemen, same thing. That's not your job to force your kids and your wife to get on board prepping and saving food. That's not your job. That ain't your job to try to put that and force that spirit on their heart. That's not our job. They gonna have to deal with that in their own due time. If they're not following heed like Noah, he building a ship and everybody's staring at him like, what a lunatic. If they not following your lead, they wasn't even curious about what Noah was doing. They just that he's nuts. What is he building? Who knows? Who cares? He's crazy. You would have thought one person would have came up there like, hey, Noah, this is crazy, but what is this? And what are you building it for? And how long is it going to take you? Who are helping you? Where's you going to go with it? Nobody's asking him questions. They just called him crazy and wrote him off. Nobody understood what he was doing. Well, people didn't believe him. They didn't believe him until it started raining. They didn't believe him until it started raining. The mug's like, you spit on me? Hey man, what y'all doing? Right? They didn't believe him till it started raining. He even Noah was like, I'm done talking to y'all. I got work to do. I'm done trying to tell y'all, warn y'all, hold y'all hand. I'm done. I got stuff to do. I ain't even done myself. And I can smell the rain and I gotta go. It was nice talking to y'all. I gotta go. That's what Noah was doing. I got this sense of urgency in my spirit that feel like that. I don't know what we're up against, but I'm going to tell you this, and then I'm signing out. Every sign around us is imminently dangerous. This country is playing a horrible, horrible game of Jenga right now. This country is playing a horrible game of Jenga. If you've never played Jenga, Google it. That tower, that Jenga tower is about 3 feet tall, and you pulling from the bottom. The United States of America is pulling from the bottom. We done rolled the dice, and it's our turn, and we pulling from the bottom. That's how I feel. My palms are sweating. I'm shaking. Every time I make a move, I got to just concentrate a little bit because I'm scared of what is going to happen. The wind is blowing. The curtains is doing like this, and you about to pull from the bottom on a Jenga tower. That's the United States of America right now, and nobody else seems to feel this sense of urgency, and everybody think this is all a joke and it's all a game. Everybody around you, you got them in your life too, that you like, man, y'all don't get it. They'll see you watching people like me on YouTube or subject matter like this on social media, and they'll think that you're crazy. Like, why do you keep watching that? But they get upset if you say, why you keep watching Megan Thee Stallion? Oh, because she hot, man. With that being said, y'all, everybody, have a wonderful night. Don't ignore that urgent feeling in your spirit. Don't ignore it. Don't ignore that, because I'm telling you, that's coming from a place that we pray to every night. That's not coming from a place of evil. That urgency feeling that you feel on your spirit, that you need to be completing something or focusing on something that really ain't got nothing to do with your lifestyle right now. You might be doing something completely different in your life, but it's this urgency saying, I need to go buy some 5-gallon buckets for some reason. I need to go fill them up with rice and beans and water. I don't even know why. That's just dumb. That feeling that you got in your spirit, that is not an evil spirit. The evil spirit in your mind is the one that you just, it is what it is. We good over here. I need all that nonsense. That spirit right there, keep that away from me. If you don't feel, if you're not a little worried right now with everything that's going on, all 360 degrees around us in this world, and the way people just keep on aiming stuff at us every 5 seconds. You got these dudes over here keep testing rockets for no reason. And they testing the rockets to make sure they can reach over here. Why do they keep doing that? You don't just go sending up no $30 million rocket because y'all, it's the 4th of July, man. You sending up $30 million rockets because you trying to make sure they work when you really need them to work. You ain't wasting $30 million. They sending rockets up just to test how far they can go. Can this one make it all the way to New York City? I think we done figured it out, boss. I think we finally done figured out the calculations and got the formula right. This one can make it all the way to New York or California and Canada. But everybody act like they don't see that on the news. They're literally showing us testing it. How can you ignore when somebody show what the saying? When somebody show you who they are, you better believe them, right? That saying that everybody keep throwing around loosely. If people showing you, we testing rockets to see if we can hit you with them. Because we can reach everything over here. We're testing these to see if we can get you. But everybody ain't looking at that on the news. Everybody want to know, did they send Megan Thee Stallion's boyfriend to jail for shooting off her pinky toe? Everybody want to see that. With that being said, everybody, I'm out of here. Have a blessed night. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your friends, whether you believe in this holiday season or not. Enjoy the people around you while you still can. Because tomorrow ain't promised to none of us. Enjoy your people around you while you can. Period. And just get ready for this new coming year. This new coming year, it's already starting off. This one is ending with a bang. And we just gonna start imagine, we're ending this year with several wars around the world piping hot. We're ending 2023 with 2 major wars bubbling hot. Can you imagine what 2024 is going to bring? I'm done. Everybody, enjoy your loved ones while you still have them. Get your spirit right. Open that book. I even do it myself. I'm not that versed like that, but doggone it, I still try. I reads. Get yourself right. Get your spirit right. Apologize, and to anybody I ever hurt, any friends, family, but I apologize. I'm sorry to you. Get yourself together, because man, it ain't nothing worth it. Ain't nothing worth it. Just get yourself together, man, and get ready to see what this new year gonna bring us. Other than that, Live Farmer 73. I love y'all. Have a wonderful night, and I'm out. Peace.